everyone. I am coming on here to show you how to make some Socca, naturally gluten-free garbanzo or chickpea flatbread. It's very simple, and this recipe or this article is by Megan Splon, and I'm going to leave a link to this website and this recipe in the description box. And I made this last week with the sweet potato soup that I'm making, and it's just so easy. You basically have batter of chickpea and then water, and then you add some oil to it, olive oil or avocado oil. I had grapeseed oil, and then some salt, and you could add some pepper to it to flavor. I added garlic to mine. You can also add some cilantro or some oregano or whatever herbs you like. And then you let the batter rest for about 30 minutes before you cook it. So I just prepared the oven for during that time and set it to 450 degrees and got my cast iron pan ready. And then I went ahead and oiled the pan right before it was time for the batter to be used, and then I cooked the bread for about 7 minutes. So the pan actually sits for about 5 minutes. My husband's choking in the background, so excuse him. He's trying not to cough on the camera. But let me show you the ingredients.
Sorry.
Okay, so 1 cup of chickpea garbanzo flour, 1 cup of the purest water you have, and then 1.5 tablespoons of oil, plus you want some extra to drizzle on the pan to make sure it doesn't stick, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use Celtic or Himalayan salt, and then a teaspoon of this stuff, which I've never heard of, za'atar. As you see, I'm new to some of these recipes, and I didn't have that, so I just did garlic, and I did a little bit of pepper, and then I added dried cilantro and some oregano and stuff like that. So that is basically it. I am going to go ahead and just go to a full screen so you can see what I'm doing, and then we will finish this up for the sweet potato soup. All right, be right back with you. So this is the garbanzo bean flour that we have. The Oceana natural store didn't have it in the bulk section, which we usually get. Sometimes we go to Trillium in Lincoln City, and they have a whole bunch of bulk there. So basically it is, you're supposed to use 1 cup, like I said, of the flour to 1 cup of water. This is going to be 2 cups. We're just going to make a double batch. Because we have a big pan of soup, and yeah, this stuff goes really good with it. So from there, I'm going to add some water to it, and I'm going to use my Berkey for that. So you guys can just follow me over to the Berkey. And this is a little 1/2 cup measuring cup. So I'm just going to bring it over here and add to it. This is just kind of a down-to-earth video, unlike some of the more professional people who do recipes. This is just me showing you what I eat, and one of my first ever videos for doing the recipes. So yeah, it's kind of fun just doing it informally. This is kind of how most people live anyways, right? So
We do.
one thing, yeah, we do. So one thing that we are going to see about is, and oh, that's interesting. I guess I have a picture down here. Let me see if I can erase it. There we go. We do not have like an oven that we can put a cast iron pan in. We don't even have a cast iron pan here. And so anyways, I'm going to just do this on the stove and try to do it with a pan. And so we're going to see how it works out. See if it works. And I think it will. It'd be kind of like a pancake. And I think it'll turn out just fine. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it for a minute and I will be right back. All right, so I am back. And I am going to grate some garlic into the flour, the batter. I had said in the sweet potato soup video that we don't have a garlic press, so we just use a cheese grater and it works just great. Or maybe I've just gotten good at it over the last couple of weeks and haven't gotten any nails. At least I haven't eaten any. Did you?
I don't remember tasting it.
Just kidding. Yeah. But being real, I mean, that with these types of things,
Yes.
that's why it's nice to sometimes have the garlic press. I like cooking food for myself because then I know what's in there. It's not someone else's hair or anything else in there, so someone else's nails. It's kind of gross, huh? Yeah. You always wonder about that when you go to restaurants. You hear those horror stories about it, or you find hair in your food or something, so there we go. So that is the garlic, and then I'm going to add some Celtic Salt to it. And about 2 pinches worth. And there's the consistency. It's kind of like pancakes. There we go. And then I am going to add a little bit of oil to the pan now, and I have some avocado oil. That's what I'm using. I like the avocado because it is more an oil for high heat cooking as opposed to coconut oil or olive oil and stuff. Even though coconut oil says it's for high heat, there's different information out there, and so I just feel safer right now with the avocado. And tastes good on just making anything. We've really liked it. So that is what we have. And I think it's pretty much ready. I'm just going to let the batter sit for about 30 minutes and then I will be back and we will see how it works out in the pan. All right? Thanks so much. All right, guys, so I'm back and I'm going to try this out. Socca bread. I'm going to add the oil. Just add a little bit of oil, like a tablespoon and a half of oil to the batter. And since this is a double batch, just add a little bit more to it. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so I have oiled up the pan with some avocado oil, and we're going to see if it won't stick to this pan. I really like using the cast iron pans. I know there's different information about, you know, the iron and stuff in it, but it just cooks so well, and I don't cook that often, so it works for us, and just doesn't stick as much. But it's nice to have some stainless steel pans and stuff as well. I don't like the coated ceramic pans and stuff like that. It comes off. It's just like kind of the non-stick. I prefer the ceramic at this point than the non-stick, but when you start getting the scratches in there, it's no good. And I'm not sure what else they put in the ceramic, and so when you heat it up, what's coming off of there. So it's always good to go as natural as possible. So I have this on low. This stovetop is touchy, and it might kind of look like the omelet that I made for my husband yesterday. I don't eat eggs and stuff and really cook with them anymore, except for if I make him something once in a while. So it didn't turn out real well in the pan, but I think I added a little bit more oil this time. So this will be interesting. I want to see if it bubbles kind of like the pancakes. Let me bring you guys in here and we'll see. This is what it's looking like right now. Alright. What were you saying?
I said the omelet was very good, though.
It tasted good. It didn't look very good. For a long time, when we actually were here permanently, right now it's just temporary and on and off, but when we were here just fixing up and remodeling this condo that our good friends are letting us stay in while my husband works on the garage. Anyways, we just barbecued outside with our cast iron pans like all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We actually probably only ate one meal a day at that time. But, yeah, kind of the same thing that the omelet was doing is happening now. This side is going good, but I think if I flip this, the other side is going to stick, but we're going to try it. It doesn't look terrible, but a little bit of dark spot in the middle, which I will pick off. We're just going to do what we can with what we have and have some bread with our soup, some healthier bread. We don't eat bread very often. I don't eat it hardly ever at all. But when I found this recipe, I was like, oh, that sounds so good with the soup. And so easy to make. But this pan, this stovetop is really finicky. So the other side kind of did the exact same thing. Got it just before it started to darken. I'll flip it over just so I'm not like hiding it from you. So you can see what it looks like, and we're gonna see how it tastes with our soup. So that is how you make Socca bread on the stovetop. When it's supposed to be in the oven on a cast iron pan, that was actually baking in there for 5 minutes in the oils, and then you pull the cast iron out, and then you put the batter in for 7 minutes and then pull it out. So you're going to get a way different just temperature and the even cooking of the bread than what I have here. I will try another one, and I'm going to do it maybe a little bit thinner and see how it turns out. But you guys try it, and if you have some success on the stovetop, you guys can come back and leave a comment in the comment section, and we can talk, and it would be cool to just see what you guys are coming up with as you are on your journey to healing and health and wholeness and going back to the ancient ways of doing things and healing yourself without going outside and expecting others to do it for you. We have all of the tools right here. Food is thy medicine. We have all the herbs, and anyways, let's do this together and be self-sufficient in what we're doing in a healthy way. All right, namaste to you, and we will talk to you later. Thank you.